Once upon a time, in a land of gilded palaces and enchanted forests, there lived a man of extraordinary wealth and power. He was known across kingdoms not just for his riches, but for his most curious and frightening feature, a thick, shimmering blue beard that gave him both his name and his fearsome reputation. Bluebeard lived in a golden estate, surrounded by silver fountains, marble towers, and carriages lined in velvet and gold. Yet despite his vast treasures, he remained a solitary figure. Whispers followed him wherever he went, tales of his former wives, each said to have vanished without a trace. One spring morning, Bluebeard returned from a long journey, stepping down from his golden carriage with proud strides. He wore a dark purple coat embroidered with golden thread, his blue beard perfectly combed, and his velvet hat adorned with a tall white feather. The marble hall echoed with the clack of his boots as he entered the estate, candlelight dancing along the tall golden mirrors. Waiting for him was his newest bride, Lady Evelyne, a young woman of graceful manners and gentle beauty. Her golden brown curls were arranged in delicate ringlets, and her pale blue gown shimmered with silver. She greeted her husband with a polite smile, though her heart fluttered with quiet dread. Something about Bluebeard, his piercing eyes, his silence, always filled her with unease. "Ah, my darling," Bluebeard said with a deep, pleased voice. "The house has grown too quiet without me." Evelyn nodded, her hands clasped tightly in front of her. "Welcome home, my lord." Days passed in strange luxury. Bluebeard showered her with jewels, silks, and sweet wines. She wandered through halls filled with ancient tapestries and golden chandeliers. Yet her heart never rested. Servants avoided certain corridors, and no one ever spoke of the locked doors at the far end of the east wing. Then one evening, as the sun cast golden beams across the marble floor, Bluebeard approached her with a small set of keys, each one more beautiful than the next. The final key was tiny, made of an unusual black metal, unlike any she had ever seen. "My dear Evelyn," he said, "I must leave again for a few days. These are the keys to my palace. Open every room you wish, enjoy every garden, every chamber, every treasure. But," his voice lowered, his eyes sharp, "you must never enter the room at the end of the east wing. Do you understand?" Evelyn's smile trembled slightly. "Yes, my lord." With that, Bluebeard kissed her hand, climbed into his carriage, and disappeared down the road in a cloud of dust. For a time Evelyn was joyous. She explored grand halls, discovered music boxes, rare paintings, and gowns of silk spun from moonlight. But the black key burned in her thoughts like a flickering flame. Why was the room forbidden? What could be hidden behind that door? One morning, when she could no longer resist, Evelyn crept down the east wing. The corridor was colder.